I remember the very first time I took photos of Serwaa Amihere. She didn't like it. When you're a beginner, you find it difficult to price your work because one, you are not confident. What has worked for me is social media. My name is Gilbert Kankam. I am a product of BlueCrest University College. I did IT over there, so I am an IT consultant and also a photographer. My photography business name is Mfoni Fie. Yeah, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. For me, when I completed senior high school, I used to love taking photos. I didn't have a camera then. Mobile phone, taking photographs of friends and families, and they loved it. So that was where I got the interest from. So I had to go get a camera from a friend. It wasn't mine though, and take some few photos. It was quite challenging though, until my dad had to support me to get one. But as time goes on, I lost the camera because I was into partnership with someone, and then the business went sideways. Yes, so fast forward, I got help from a friend. He's called Ken. Yeah, in Akosombo. He helped me with some gears, some camera stuff. And yeah, that is when I had to rebrand Mfoni Fie and then start. And now I'm here. Rebranding, it took me some time though, because I got hurt when the first partnership went sideways. So it took me some time. I got a name for the business. Then I was in BlueCrest University College. I had to go and do internship at the GH1 TV. So I had an opportunity, I would say, to make use of the skill I have. Though I wasn't so good, but I had to try. I remember the very first time I took photos of Serwaa Amihere. She didn't like it. And she didn't really tell me like in person that, oh, hey, I didn't like the photos. She was like, hey, I didn't like the photos. She was about to read the news, I remember. So the camera guys were there. So I felt some way. And I was like, okay, then let me stop taking her for now. Go and probably learn more, educate myself, and then come and take her when I'm okay. I also met Ashorkor. I remember I messaged her on Instagram and then she responded. So I had to go to her office, taking her some photos as well. And there was one time Ashorkor had an interview with Serwaa Amihere. So Serwaa came in there and then she spotted me and she was like, oh, hey, you are here. And that was it for me. I had to go take photos of her. And that was when my brand started becoming like a big one. Then I became her personal photographer. I would say I wasn't so good, but then she had high hopes in me that I'll become someone so good. So it actually redirected my brand to a certain level. I have to do more of corporate because her field was more corporate, media space. You have to do something that will fit in her level. And doing something that will fit in her level made me get clients that are kind of more corporate, especially women, corporate women. So that made the brand really solid. It's pushed me to that level. Focusing on portrait photography more. I think it was something I started with. Yeah, so I had to put in more effort into it. It wasn't like I decided to do portrait photography, you know. Because of, the women I meet in my clientele, I had to learn more about it. But I do get wedding events, but though they are not my main focus, the wedding interest came from my colleagues, my photography colleagues. I see them shooting the moment and I'm like, oh, maybe I can do same. So I took a couple of wedding ceremonies. I have them on my page as well. Yeah, but with time, I think I might have to develop more into wedding photography as well. You always have to put something new on your portfolio to get your attention. The clientele you have, you always have to impress them. When you show them for the first time and they call you for the second time, they are expecting something different from you. So it's up to you to surprise them all the time, give them something new all the time. And your clientele might actually refer you often when they get overwhelmed with your works. And with social media, you have to be quite consistent, because if you are not active, your reach will get low. So you might not be able to get clientele from that side. What has worked for me is social media. One, because I think it was an opportunity I had and I had to take it. Meeting Serwaa, Amihere, Ashorkor. Then I didn't really have good clientele on my social media page. So that was the opportunity for me. So on Instagram, I have about 13,700 followers. Instagram has helped my brand a lot because I really do get engagements and reach and the kind of people I work with. So it helps my brand actually reach a certain level. So I would say social media actually really helps if you really want to do photography, and then you would have to be consistent as well. I think beginners need to know that photography is not easy. They would have to practice, a lot of practice, to get it perfect. And being perfect actually takes a while. And secondly, you'd have to be consistent, a lot of consistency, because the more you relax, the world is moving faster. You can't be behind. Third, I would say your behavior to your client as well. So some clients actually, when you are late to a shoot, the mood of your clients, it just disappeared, the excitement and everything. So you get there maybe an hour late or 30 minutes late, and then your client is like, ah. So you would have to find a way, bring back the excitement, and that is a lot of work. You can do about 30 minutes, 1 hour, and then she's still not excited because you are late. And the way you talk to your clients, saying please a lot of times, making them comfortable around you. Yeah. And I would also say the way you dress, your personality. I think most photographers or production crew don't really take the looks into consideration. Yeah, but I would say that is also factual. I don't know what word to use, but yeah. I think you would always need help. Yeah, always. Because at a point that you get overwhelmed. Yeah. So you need an assistant. And so now I don't really have a solid assistant, because everybody that comes to learn, the person will just go and then build their brand somewhere else. So it's quite difficult getting an assistant though. But I would say, and it's actually delays my work, delivering on time and all that. So that is one mistake. I think it's a challenge I'm actually facing now. So I'll be probably working on it as time goes on. And partnership. It's good. I think you just need to get the right people to partner with. And if you don't get someone that understands the workflow, what it entails, what you need to put in, the effort, you might not be successful with partnership. And if you want to go solo too, I think you will probably need to get help at a point. First of all, my partnership deal, I think the person I was in partner with wasn't so much inclined about photography. So it was quite challenging. When I was building my brand, you would have to do a couple of free shoots, to get content on social media. And anytime you go and do a photo shoot, bring a concept and all that, you would have to sometimes spend transportation, you have to give the model something and all that. But they didn't get to understand that aspect. So they actually thought I was probably taking advantage of them. When I go and do the shoot, I take all the benefits and I keep them. And then also, the gears I need for the work, they don't actually see the use of it because I'm actually using what I have. So they think even if I need something now, I would have to wait. But then I know how the work is, and I know what I need for this particular time and that particular time. So I think it was quite challenging. Disagreement. Yeah. I needed some stuff that would help me work faster. They didn't understand. I was like, Charlie, crap. I'll just go my way and then you go your way. So then we had to split. That is when we have to sell the gears that we've gotten and take the money, and then you come back to square one like nothing. So at that point, when you get a shoot, you have to go look for a camera, lights, rent, and that was a lot. Until I met one neighbor in Akosomo. He's called Ken, a very good friend of mine. Yeah, and then he sponsored me. I would say they should consider doing everything, try everything. You don't know your field, because I didn't know what I really wanted until I started and I got into it. Maybe wedding photography will be good for you, maybe wildlife will be good for you. And a lot of people start doing one particular field and then later leave it and find their best. So I would say they should try a lot, like everything, and it will take time though to figure out what they want. It's quite challenging because day in, day out, they are releasing new mobile phones. Technology is upgrading. So it will get to a point where the clientele is going to reduce because they're already getting what they want from mobile phones. So the only thing that is going to probably make you different or keep your clientele is you being consistent and always putting out something new to get your clientele always purchasing you. So they have days where your reach is higher, you have days where your reach is lower, and you also have to monitor how active people are on social media at the time, date. Maybe on Wednesday morning, they are not active. Wednesday afternoon, people go for, after work, they go for lunch. So maybe by then they'll be on phone. You have to actually monitor your followers on Instagram and know when they are active and when they are not active. That will also help you get a lot of followers and a lot of engagement on social media. Yeah, I have gotten clients of social media. I think that is mostly referral. Yeah, clients do refer a lot. So sometimes when they see the photos, they come into my DM. And they are like, I think you'll be expensive. I'm like, no, I'm not expensive. I think because of the people I have on my social media, so they think I'm not expensive. But I would say there are a lot of photographers that take more than I do. Yeah, so I'm not expensive at all. Pricing actually takes time. When you're a beginner, you find it difficult to price your work because one, you are not confident, and it will actually not make you proud of your work. So you're not really going to put any price there that will challenge, that will make the client be like, oh, you're expensive, so I won't come for you. So you're like, okay, this guy is cheap and his photos are okay, so I'll go for it. Because you need a clientele, you need the money, so you just have to put. But while you are growing up your business, I think you get to understand your worth, the effort you put inside, and that will determine your pricing. And also, you will also have to look at the market, the photography market, and see how you can price your work. I think for some time, it depends on the brand you like, but I am more focused on Canon I like Canon a lot. I started with Canon 6D, yeah, and I think I would recommend that for every photographer who is upcoming. You can get a 50mm Canon as well. With time, I think you earn some more money to acquire more gears. But now prices are not cool, so you have to work more for it. Beside the camera, you need maybe flashlight. For now, if you really want to enter, you need flashlight for indoor photography, maybe a reflector. You wouldn't want to, unless maybe you have sponsorship where you can buy all these big gears and stuff. But Canon 6D 50mm lens, Canon, and maybe a Godox speed light will do for you.